morning, everyone. Welcome to my savage homestead. Can you believe it? It's already the 12th of August and my garden is done. Things are getting pulled. I think the only thing I have left in there now is peppers and tomatoes. But I'm going to do a compilation of things that went through the spring and summer harvest. What was made, what was picked. And after looking at all my footage, it was a lot. I had a really good year in my garden this year, and I'm just gonna count my blessings, because last year I hardly got anything with the drought and pests and rodents and stuff, raccoons especially, and porcupines. But I'm gonna show you what I did for my spring and summer harvest. And then I'm already looking at my seed collection because I have to now start seeds for my fall, which are my brassicas, which are my cabbages and my broccolis. And I'm going to do some turnips and some beets and some carrots and some other things in there. I do peas in the winter. I cannot do peas in the spring. It gets too hot too quick here. And if I try to plant them in January or February, by April they're dead because it's just too warm here for those. So I do my peas in the winter time, and I cover them up if they need protection during a freak frost and stuff. But come along with me and see what I did for my harvest this year. It was a lot. Wow, guys, I can't believe the time is here again. Seems like yesterday I was starting the seeds in my greenhouse. Now I'm putting the beds to rest for the winter. I was given cooler weather, more rain, and the bug pressure was manageable, just enough for me to harvest what was needed for my pantry. The aphids did take over my pumpkins and squash plants later in the season, but overall, I was able to manage them this year. And wow, my cucumbers and pickles did very well this year. I had plenty of pickles and jars of relish to store on my shelves until next year. I had so many tomatoes this year. Beautiful tomatoes without any end rot to them. Due to me placing some gypsum pellets in the beds this year. I saw that on another site. This man was doing that, and he said that it took care of his end rot, so I just decided to try it this year. I was able to can different sauces, fresh sauces, nothing from the store this year, which always gives me a sense of pride knowing that I have healthy food on my shelves for my family, my husband. I have made spaghetti sauces, bolognese sauce, Hungarian loce, I think that's how you pronounce it, salsas. I made my homemade rotel, and I made many jars of stewed tomatoes so I can use in other recipes. I even made 10 quarts and 3 pints of tomato juice to use in my winter soups, which those videos will be coming shortly. I will be showing you about 12 or 14 of my soup recipes that I do every year for winter. I like soups. My husband doesn't like soup, so these are just for me for the winter time. In my corn this year, it did very well. Even though my second planting was completely destroyed by raccoons, I was able to put away several dozen jars of fresh corn this year, and I even got to freeze some. Carrots also did very well. They store in the fridge for months and months, and I get fresh eating off of those. I did preserve many with the freezer method, and I did several jars of canned carrots on the shelf. My husband and I don't like canned carrots. They get a little squishy, but I do use them if I do make future soups and other side dishes that ask for carrots. My green beans, holy cow, my green beans. They boomed this year under the cooler weather, and we had a lot of rain as well. That helped. I had many bushels of green beans this year. I gave several to my friend, and then I canned different types of green beans this year. I was able to can about 3 dozen jars and made different types of green beans to enjoy until I can pick them again fresh next year. But I made smothered green beans, tomato medley bean greens, butter garlic green beans, and I did the plain green beans, which, like I said, I can put in soups and stuff like that. Green beans are a favorite side dish for my husband, so there are plenty of jars on the shelves until next year's harvest. I had so many peppers this year, and I still have peppers out in the garden. Some got what they call sun scald, and other ones just wrinkled in the hot weather because we did have 5 days of 103 to 105 degrees. But I do have a lot of peppers, from sweet to hot peppers. Peppers do well here in South Central Texas where I live. I mean, it is hot, which they like. I was able to can many jars of sliced jalapenos this year to use on my Mexican dishes that I cook, and you can use them on nachos and so much more. I was then able to have several jars of pepper sauces, from the serrano green sauce to the jalapeno cream sauces, cowboy candy to marinated bell peppers, and tomato juice. I was able to preserve enough strawberries for newly planted strawberries that I had done this year. I was able to make strawberry margarita jam and freeze many bags for future desserts. I also freeze dried many gallon jars for snacks. And if you haven't had a freeze dried strawberry, it tastes just like candy. And, and you know about my onion issue. I had tons of onions this year. I made a mistake on ordering. I ordered twice the number. Last year, I had forgotten that I had ordered like 2 months earlier, and I had also started a packet of seeds to see if I could do my own seed starts for my onions, which I have a problem with here. My onion seed starts just don't do very well, and I don't know why, and I'm just trying to figure that out. All my onions, a lot of them were dried and braided, and they have been stored for the winter for fresh cooking to putting in the freezer. I do have several packs of freeze onions in the freezer, so that if I'm out of fresh onions, I can resort to the freezer onions. I also freeze dry a lot of onions, which is great because if you put them in soups and cooking with any type of liquid, they absorb the liquid and they just rehydrate themselves. And I can't really taste the difference in it. I mean, if you're trying to do them raw, you're going to notice that they're not crispy like a raw onion, but when you cook with them, you can't really tell any difference. And herbs. I have so many jars of freeze-dried herbs this year. So many that I gave away several pints to my 2 children. My son, he's an excellent cook, and he cooks from scratch like I do. So he got many pints of freeze-dried herbs this year, and then he bought one of those jar vacuum sealers so he can seal it up when he's not using them. So I guess I'm passing it down to my kids. I mean, I got so many herbs that I was able to stock up on all my seasoning blends, which I use on all my herbs that I grow in my garden. And they have been previously freeze dried. You can never have too many herbs stored in your pantry shelves. Eggs, holy cow. Um, I have so many eggs. I have given away more eggs than I was able to personally use this year. I hatched out my own chicks this year to expand my flock. Because of a surplus of eggs now, I was able to freeze dry many quarts of eggs for the winter. I pickled several dozen, I watered glass many, and then I froze the rest. So when the frozen will be used when my whole fresh eggs that are needed for baking during the winter, if my chickens are not producing, which they kind of slow down, I only get like 1 or 2 eggs in the wintertime, then I'm able to absorb back to the freezer eggs, which when you thaw them out, it's just like you had just cracked open a fresh egg. I do have several bags of blackberries. I keep picking them and then putting them in Ziploc bags and putting them in the freezer because I keep telling myself eventually I'm going to get around to it. I have made blackberry pie filling and blackberry jam, so I don't need any more blackberry pie filling and blackberry jams. So they're in my freezer, and when it's time to make some blackberry syrup for our pancakes, then I'll use those. And that's another future video that's coming up here pretty soon. And we made some bacon, and we're getting ready to do more bacon to store for the winter time. Many packages can get us through this winter, and that's coming up pretty soon. But I do have a video on that where we did do our own bacon smoked from the pigs, and I have 2 slabs in my freezer, and I am going to start getting them ready for us to make individual bacon packages to store in our freezer to get us through the winter. And I have watermelons, I have potatoes, winter squashes, and fresh onions in my storage room right now. I didn't show the picking of those. I just didn't take my camera out to the garden at that time. But I do have many pumpkins that are specifically grown for making pumpkin pies, pumpkin pie filling, and the Long Island cheese is a really good pie pumpkin. And I've grown them. This is my 5th year growing their Long Island cheese. They do very well here in South Central Texas, and they make a really good pumpkin puree for pumpkin pies and other things that I use the pumpkin for. I did a video on how to make your own dog biscuits and how to make your own wet dog food. And Jasper loves my biscuits and he loves my dog food to the point where if I run out and I didn't have time to make anymore, he just won't touch the stuff that's in the store. He knows the difference now. So I still have to make maybe 2 batches for him to get through the winter months. And one batch is like 30 days, 32 days, depending on how much rice and meat I put in it. But this is an all-day event for me, and so I like to do the dog food and the biscuits when we have a rainy day. There's a lot of things that I do behind the scenes that I don't video. Sometimes I just don't have time to take the camera out and video what I'm doing for the day. But I do have an orchard, but my trees aren't mature enough yet to produce fruit. So I go to a local market in downtown, and it takes me about 45 minutes to get there, and my goodness, the prices on the fruit is incredible. I can get a crate of apples for $10 to $15 depending on the type of apples that I get. But I do use them for apple pie filling. I did make a lot of apple cider vinegar from the peel scraps that I had left over. So homesteading, for me anyway, my one goal was to stock my shelves for winter eating this year, like other years prior. I still have jars of some products that I made last year, so I didn't make these jars filled with vegetable yumminess this year. And that's just how it goes. You make too much of one thing and not enough of another, and sometimes you are forced to buy a can of it in the store, and for me, that can is always disappointing. The store-bought canned items taste nothing like what I grew myself or canned myself, and I'm sure a lot of you can agree and attest to that. I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.